Alright, everybody, welcome back to our continuing adventures on the CyberDefenders platform. Today we are going to be finishing up our Elite Sauce or GurCon 2016 series of exercise. So let's see, we were able to complete 16 of the 21 questions. Everything else is all centered around using volatility to go through and put together answers to the questions. So I've had to do a little bit of pre-setup. With this exercise, you are given the profile that you need to use, and it has to go into a particular area. So what we are aiming for is we're going to be using Remnox yet again. And for setup, I had to sit there and take the DFIR web server.zip and get it into the plugins directory. But first, of course, I had to find the plugins directory. So at least on Remnox, it is in /user or usr /local/lib/python 2.7/dist-packages /volatility/plugins/overlays. And effectively by popping that into the Linux folder, and we can verify it. I did have to use sudo to move it, so via command line there was no copy and paste from inside. But if we go through and do vol.py --info and then sit there and do a grep for DFIR web serve, we get the profile that is then imported in for us to use. That profile being named Linux DFIR Web SVR X64. And to go through and prove that it worked, I sat there and ran the Linux PS list, specifying the -f for the web server.vmss, which was the memory snapshot from a virtual machine. And yes, if I sound a little bit different, apparently sickness has been going around, and apparently I'm going to be one of the victims. But so to see that basically everything spits off, there's our process list on the web server. So we have a working volatility for this exercise. So we're going to jump straight in and sit there and start taking a whack at these things. So the first aspect is that we are looking for the full file path of the system shell spawned through the attacker's interpreter process. Okay, so we are going to go through and endeavor to find this. So let me get the transition back to here, and then what are we looking at on this PS list? The shell spawned. So off that PS list, we got two SHs that were spawned. So it looks like PID of 1274 and 1275. Although I'm guessing 1274 is going to be what we need to take a closer look at, just because of the fact that the parent process ID for 1275 is 1274. So one, and then the sub-process to the other. So we're going to change over to, instead of PS list, we're going to go PS aux. And let's just look for, let's get details on anything with 127. I mean, granted, we'll probably get the Apache 2s in there, but let's just take a look. And as expected, we did get some of the Apache stuff. So we got sh space dash c space slash bin slash sh for 1274, and then 1275 is just slash bin slash sh. And they want full path. So given the format that they are looking for, is slash 3 characters slash 2 characters. So bin slash sh. Hooray. That's 18 out of 21. So what is the parent process ID of the two sh sessions? So we transition back. And so parent process ID. So there's our two SHs. But the parent for both of them, because the parent process to 1275 is 1274. So what is the parent process to 1274? And it's going to be 1042. Hooray. Okay. What is the latency record count? Oh. Wow, okay. Okay. This looks like this is going to be one of the more complicated aspects in regards to this. So apparently we need the memory location of the initial SH. In order to go through and do this, if I'm reading these instructions right for being able to get this info. So then we have to run Linux vol crap. 64 Linux underscore vol shell. So we get an interactive shell. And then in order to find information like that, apparently dt test underscore struct. Yes, we paste in the memory location we pulled. And we get a bunch of information back. Okay, so we've got the offset, and then we are looking for latency, record count, or latency underscore record underscore count. So okay, down here at the bottom. Took a little bit of time to be able to find that particular aspect. So it looks like it's just a 0 of all things. And it should be a single character. So let's see if I get this right. If not, oh, good. Hooray. Okay. So we're looking for next question 20. We are going to look for PID 1274, so that's the first shell. So that looks like that is going to be the Linux underscore proc underscore maps, and then we're going to specify the PID. Okay. And then we're specifying PID 1274 because that's what they want. Give me 1 second. I do realize I am not showing the screen. So here we go with this. So the only thing we've changed is just had to do Control D to knock out the vol shell command. And now we're going to go and run through Linux underscore proc underscore maps. And of course, this is not going to work if we don't specify the -p instead of just dash. And this should tell us what we're looking for here once it runs through. Okay. So the first path. Let's see. This is going to be the first path. I mean, the start and end are the lowest out of all that. So the file path is going to be /bin/dash over here on the right. So let's see. And it looks like that is going to fit. Alright, then we reach the final question of all this glorious volatility fun. Of course, this entire exercise has been interesting. You're not stuck all inside of one tool. Was what? Network Miner, Wireshark, for part 1, and then obviously investigating off of a Brim 2. And then the other aspect of trying to actually use the IR alert image file to go through and do this stuff. Okay, so what is the MD5 hash of the receive.1105.3 file out of the per process packet queue? Okay, let's take a look. So we are going to have to go through and, much like with proc dump, everything else like that, we're going to actually have to dump the packets queue. And apparently there's a volatility command for that, supposedly. Alright, so let's take a look here. So it should be much the same. Linux underscore pkt underscore queues. And we're going to output it to downloads. And then this is inside of C64-GRRCON 2013 slash UBUNTU 10-4. And of course, it would help if I could type, but okay, so that should dump it out if I've typed this right. No such option D. Q U E U E S. I should just go back to bed. I was hoping a little bit of lemon water would help, but go make myself a hot toddy. Okay, so now we have receive.930.10 and receive 1105.3, and they want 1105.3. So we do ls to confirm that we do indeed have those two files, and we're going to do md5 sum, and we're going to do the receive dot 1105.3 and enter. Okay, we have hash. And let's bring this down and over. Should start with 184 Charlie, and that just so happens to fit the MD5 that we generated. 184 Charlie. I'll give that all stars. I'm going to mark it as difficult because I have never had to go through and do vol shell or Linux PKTQs. I don't even think I've had to do proc maps before, but had to go through and do research as to how to find that stuff. But yeah, this is the first time I've ever been forced to do the Linux underscore vol shell and perform a DT task struct and then use the memory portion. So this is nice. Very nice. Definitely well worth it. So effectively, I guess if you go through and you have an opportunity to work on any of these exercises or any of these GURCON exercises from the CyberDefenders platform, I highly recommend it. And of course, if you're in the Michigan, uh, typically around the Grand Rapids area, it's usually fall every year in Grand Rapids at the DeVos place, I think is what it's called. Very nice security conference. I mean, wasn't able to go this year, but last year I was able to get together with a bunch of guys I'd worked with previously, and they had the MechWarrior pods there. So, and they also had another forensics exercise. Which kind of makes me wonder as to what else is here. Ooh. What is it going to take for Boss of the Sock? Am I going to get like a Splunk machine? Oh, I bet you it's going to be a pain in the posterior to go through and do. But I've always wanted to go through and do these, just haven't had time. Especially now that you've got the Try Hack Me holiday stuff and the Sans holiday hack. So, other two good things to go through and sit there and just take a whack with. You know, because we all have unlimited time on our hands. So, okay, that has been the part 2 for Elite Sauce or GURCON 2013 exercise on the CyberDefenders platform. And with all that being said, I'm going to go probably make myself a hot toddy, and I will see you on the next video.